Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I'm playing along with a layout for Color Rush Studio for the design team. I'm also playing along with 30 Days of Sketches, and you'll have seen the sketch at the beginning of the video, and it will pop up in the corner in a few minutes. But I thought I would start this video, excuse me, talking about what I've done so far for this page. So as you saw in the sketch, there was hearts. Now the sketch I think had a heart, and then I actually wanted you to cut your picture in a heart. I'm not going to do that, but I did go to my silhouette, and I have this plaid paper that has the pink grid on the back. And so I cut out a heart out of that center, and I'm going to use that plaid to back my white cardstock. And then I have the plaid first heart, and then what I did is I flipped it over so I have the pink grid. So now they fit together like so. So that is going to be my take on the heart. And I don't think, I know in the sketch it has like embellishing in four corners. I don't think I'm going to do that. I do think I'm going to move my heart up a little bit to the top, and I'm probably going to have more of a cluster here and a cluster here maybe, or it might just be around the photo here at the bottom, and then maybe something up here. I haven't quite decided, but these are the two photos that I'm going to use. So those are going to come down here like this, and I am going to mat both of those photos with the scrap that I had left of this Color Me Happy, which was the orange stripe on the back. I'm going to mat these two photos with this side, so plenty of color on this page. So those are going to be matted, and I know that they're going to go down here. And then off camera I am going to cut these out, and I'm thinking those are probably going to go down here at the bottom, where my title is going to go as well. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then off camera I'm also going to cut two of these, at least two of these. And then I'm also going to cut a couple of these scallops as well. So I'm going to do this fussy cutting off camera of these three things, my matting of my photos, and then as you can see, this is what it's going to look like with my hearts. Now, one of the things that I'm thinking of doing, and this is going to be a bit tedious, so I'm not sure I'm going to do it on camera, but what I would like to do is to place, and as you saw, my photos are going to come up quite a bit into my hearts. So I don't need to put this all the way down, like underneath where the photos are going to go, because why waste it, right? So I'm thinking I might start it like here. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to glue to the back of this pink heart this polka dotted teal, or is that like a minty green, whichever, to the back of my heart, so that this is underneath here like this, and then my photos are going to go here. So that is what I'm thinking about doing. So obviously it's going to require a little bit of work, so I'll have to put glue down and slowly put it around, and like I said, it won't go all the way under where my photos are, but it's going to go something like that. And then the other thing that I think I want to do is, I think I would like to, once I figure out where this is going to go, and I will probably off camera attach this so that it's ready to go once I've done my fussy cutting. And when I come back, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Kitsch Flamingo, and I think what I want to do is just add some, before I glue my hearts down, I want to add just some inking around the outside of the heart here all the way around. So I think my photos are probably going to go somewhere like this. So I'm going to probably move my heart up. It's not going to be centered, which I think the sketch, which I don't have in front of me, had the heart more centered. Mine is not going to be that centered. And because down here is going to get covered up with my title, I'm not going to worry about any ribbon down here either. So yeah, I do want to put the ink around here, I think. And I might even actually add some Kitsch Flamingo splatters. So we'll do that on camera when I speed up the video once I've gotten all of the background work done. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead, fussy cut these things and get my ribbon put on, because like I said, it's going to be a little bit fussy to do that. And when I come back, we will work on adding the ink, and the rest of the embellishing is going to be pretty simple for this page, so it should come together pretty quick. Okay, so I have my white paper, and I did do just a trace of the heart so I would know where it landed on the page. And if I didn't mention before, it's Lisa Flanagan, I think. Bangs and Glasses is her YouTube and Instagram name. That is who created the sketch. You'll see it at the sketch at the beginning, but I didn't mention it, I don't think, in the earlier intro. So basically what I'm going to do is add this Flamingo Kitsch, or Kitsch Flamingo ink all around this heart. And I just want it peeking out on the outside of the heart. Obviously the inside of the heart is going to be covered up, so it doesn't really matter how much gets on the inside. You won't see any of that, but I just want to make sure that you can see the color all around the heart. And I really do like how it sort of sets that off, and I'm just going to bring it in and out a couple of times until I get enough ink, or what I feel is enough ink, around the heart. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I do like that it adds something to my white background. So I'm just going to finish it up here, and then I do come in with the Distress Oxide in the ink color, and I go ahead and add some splatters here. These oxidize a little bit on the ink itself, but they are the same color, so you can see them a little bit, but they do blend quite a bit. You'll have to tell me off camera. I don't end up adding any black splatters, I should say, but you'll have to let me know if you think that I should. I couldn't decide. I thought about it, but I haven't done it, so you'll have to give me your thoughts if you think I should add some black. I definitely think it could add even more interest to the layout if I did, but you tell me your thoughts. So here you see I have come in with my two hearts, and I've added those, and then you see the turquoise not ribbon, but trim, frazzle I guess would be the right name, that I've added around the pink heart, and I like that it differentiates between that black and that pink grid paper, and so I really love that fabric element that adds, that extra touch of texture and interest to the page. So here is where I'm building out my clusters, and I know the sketch has 4 clusters, 1 in each corner. I, however, am not going to do that. I didn't really have anything that I wanted to really put 4 things in each cluster, and so I'm building out what's going to be 3 clusters. Now they do change a little bit, but I'm going to build them out here, so you're going to kind of at least see my thought process. The top cluster pretty much stays close to this, but it does change slightly, and you'll see that here. I'm going to build how I think it's going to look, and then I can't remember if off camera I end up moving it, and I show you when I come back how I've changed it, but the elements that I'm putting down, for the most part, most of them stay. They might change location, but most of them stay. So my top cluster is just a small cluster, and then I would say the one to the left is my medium, and then obviously my largest cluster is going to be underneath my title, which I am using one of the amazing acrylic pieces from this kit this month, which was the Made to Shine. And if I didn't mention it, these photos are of my daughter. When she was younger, she did quite a few plays, and so this is pictures of her in one of her plays where she had a speaking and a singing part, and so that is what I'm documenting, which I thought Made to Shine, the acrylic, was kind of perfect. So here you see I have moved things around. So like I said, most of the things I pulled stayed on the page. However, that bottom cluster moved to the center underneath the title. I liked the look of that better. And then I did pull that "You're So Cool" flag and put that to the side, and then my 2 clusters. And here I took the 2 hearts, the yellow and the blue, the smaller ones, and put them on either side of the title. I kind of like that because I'm obsessed with those shaker hearts. And I did leave off the larger green. But pretty much how it's laid out here is how it's going to stay. Off camera, I do add some sequins, which you'll see in the still photos, and that's going to wrap it up. So check out the description box below for links to 30 Days of Sketches, as well as all the Color Rush Studio links. And like I said, if you're buying anything in the store, you can use that 10 Vanessa or Vanessa 10 to save yourself a little bit of money. So with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.